Right, well, this is the spring time of the year. You got all these dogwoods blooming and things like that. That means the bass are spawning. The bass are up around the bank. They're getting territorial. They're defending their nests. They're defending their beds. And soft plastics are key. Soft plastics are probably the best thing that you're going to want to use. No look means you don't have to visually sight fish to catch fish this time of year. Those fish are territorial. And there's two baits that probably can kind of get you through most situations this time of year. One is a Texas rig creature bait's what I would start with, and then a wacky worm, which means a straight worm like this right here that's rigged through the middle. So as you pull on that worm, the worm will collapse and it slowly falls through the water column. You just take any type of regular hook it through the middle like that right there, and throw it over there against the bank, against any kind of cover. Let that thing fall down, twitch it just a little bit. That is a really good way to catch them. And then the Texas rig is another way. This is really good. You can use it visually for fishing for bedding bass or not. Just fishing it around areas where they are bedding, the backs of pockets, around laydowns, around dock pilings that are close to the bank. I've got a 3/8 ounce weight right here. You don't want to go too light on, it's a big creature bait. This is a Missile Baits Destroyer. That is a bigger profile bait. That's what you want. You want that bigger profile. It is intimidating to the fish. They are trying to get that thing out of their bed. It looks like something coming in, some kind of creature coming in to try to eat their eggs or get into their bed. They're gonna take this, eat it, move it right out, and when you feel them, you set the hook, and that's when the fun begins.
And they will get there. I mean, they do not like anything in those nests, do they?
They don't. They can be very tricky, especially if you're visually looking at the fish. It can be frustrating because you can see the fish, you throw over there near it, the fish might actually look at your bait but not bite it. That just takes experience and a lot of time on the water to be able to read the fish well enough to know what it takes to get that fish to bite. If you just fish where you see those fish, you see the kind of places they are, the backs of the pockets, like I said, on those dock pilings up next to the bank. Those are the places you want to make longer casts to and fish for them just going down the bank. You will end up catching a lot of those fish just fishing.
What, and worms, creature baits?
Soft plastics are definitely the order of the day during the spawn, whether you're looking at the fish or not looking at the fish. One other wild card, and it can be a secret, is a drop shot. And I like drop shotting a really small bait during the spawn. This is Missile Baits Bomb Shot. Any kind of little small, skinny bait during the spawn is really, really tough to beat. So, something like that to pitch around in those spawning areas can catch you a lot of fish. You can catch some of those harder to catch buck bass, 2 and 3 pound buck bass, but you can also catch some 5 and 6 pound females on that little teeny bait right there.
All right, thanks.
Yeah, man.